There we go. All right, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Unpopular Review presents the AEW Dynamite Review Show. This edition, Bloody Guts. I am your host, and I'm here to Z is silent, but on Wednesdays, I am always elite. And tonight, we have a special guest, Alpha and Omega, Thanos and Darkseid, back together again. Mr. Mike Knox, special guest here. How are you tonight, brother?
I'm glad I got to come on this night, for me anyway. So if I had to stay up late and break my curfew to do a wrestling show, at least it was tonight. So I'm okay with it for now. See how long this shit take.
45 minutes in and out like a bank job. All right, going into the night, we had Blood and Guts, and AEW was piping this up for so long, a good 2 months. They've been piping this up. So let's get right into it. This is the match card we had going on. We had Hook versus Jack Perry for the FTW Championship, the ish that nobody cares about. But
until now.
Yeah, until now. This is probably the best FTW match I've seen since. Listen.
This was the greatest thing of the entire night. This was Blood and Guts. My man, Dylan McKay Jr. come out changing up the persona because, sorry, this Hook guy, I'm sorry. Captain Hook's only Hook I'm playing with, okay? And I don't even like Captain Hook. No, get this guy out of here. Jack Perry, this is it. Get the grave thing. The only thing about this segment I did not like was the fact, like, I'm thinking, okay, they're digging the hole. This is kind of good. I like where they're going. And then all of a sudden, like, they just had these weird, like, cut scenes to different angles of them getting in the car and stuff. I thought, other than that, listen, Jack Perry, a.k.a. Dylan McKay Jr., I'm here for all that.
Listen, I think it was a nice touch. My man colored his hair, all black. I could take it a little bit more serious now. That entrance music, I don't know if you know. Now, you old school, so there was a rapper in the 90s. He had a song called Enjoy Yourself that used that sample. His name was A1. YouTube that, and I guarantee you, when you hear it, it's one of the best samples used. It's one of the best samples for a rap song that I've ever heard, but he didn't amount to anything. But the song was still a banger. The song was still a banger. Jack Perry ends up winning this match. In Jack Perry fashion, the heel fashion. It didn't make Hook look weak at all. I actually enjoyed the match a lot. And that German suplex that he put on Hook, that Hook put on him, and he held on after he kicked up, and he did another one and was ready to do another one. Like, I thought I didn't even know that boy was that strong, but they both weigh 150 pounds. Who can't lift their own weight?
150, you know 122. With the boots on 127.
and as Scott Thomas says, he's still banging the baddest bitch in the place. Which I think the best ass.
I'm gonna say Toy Conti. That's not his.
Nah. Anna J.
Tomato.
You taking Toy Conti?
I'm just sitting there all nice. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, okay, I can get that.
But Jack Perry ends up getting the dub.
Hook is trash. Been trash, and the first time I've seen him, never liked him. You know, I say I'm like a day 2 guy for Cody. If I ever start liking Hook, it'd be day 367.5.
I would never, ever like Hook.
He just looks so unbelievable, and that's always been my problem.
Like, what's going on, man?
Like, just so unbelievable. Like, why would I want to believe in what you have to offer? Like, he's in a corner. Right, he got his hair flipped like this is like he's James Dean in a wrestling ring.
He uses
right.
Way
You
too
can't
much
be
hair gel.
James Dean in the wrestling ring. James Dean was like, I don't know, the 40s, 50s. I don't even know when the hell James Dean was. I just know he's been that long ago. He was the Fonz before the Fonz, and I was the Fonz late bloomer. So James Dean in a wrestling ring? No, I'm not really with that. Come on. I take Frank Sinatra maybe in the ring because he got some Italian in him. You know what I mean? But damn, I just can't stand Hook. Maybe they giving him. Maybe he getting a shovel, right? Because he actually is going to WWE. You know, hashtag Death to Dirt Cheese. They've been saying that for a couple weeks now. So
I'm not trying to hear none of that. I'm not trying to hear a single thing
I would
that has
hope
to
not.
do about him.
We're gonna be in NXT somewhere because they ain't gonna no main roster.
Absolutely, absolutely not. And then in which it happened so fast that you didn't even realize.
No, I thought it was only 3 matches. So you wasn't talking about Britt Baker.
That Dr. Britt Baker MD had a match.
Had no clue.
It was against I don't even know what her name was. It was some I don't even no, but what they tried to do, Kayla Sparks. Her name was Kayla Sparks. And what they tried to do is the commentators, Shane, for Shane, they tried to build her up like she was the second coming of Paige. They was running down her resume. It's like, oh, she been wrestling since she was 13. And then I'm like, okay, she might got a little something. Like they want to put her against Yvette and Britt Baker at the company. Cool. Britt washed her. She washed her. And it wasn't even like a dominant wash. It was just like, we're gonna get you a little move. She had like a clothesline, and Britt kind of smiled at her and then knocked her down. We're
gonna call this a "you couldn't see me" match because I didn't see this match.
Yeah, once she grabbed the glove, it was like, she grabbed the glove. 30 seconds later, it was over with. She toyed with her food and looked in the camera and was smiling as she was putting her fingers in that girl's mouth. She made her choke out. Britt Baker looking good as Britt Baker does, but you're going against a rookie that is null and void, non-motherfucking factor. But she got the table. She got on TV. She got on TV, in which this was a good show. So you wanted to get her on screen. So I'm all for that.
Okay, I don't even know what she looks like. You didn't even have a picture for me, so that means
Kayla Sparks. I didn't
too much either.
Nah,
so
it wasn't too much.
I want to Google it right now. So.
What she probably got nothing. And then going on to what I would say is the most entertaining part of the night, even with the cage match. The segment between Adam Cole, MJF sitting at the Chinese John, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. And then them backstage with Renee saying they got surprises for each other. They got matching trunks, matching jackets. And then Adam Cole tells him he's got another surprise for him. They get MJF's music. MJF says, cut it. Hit Adam Cole's music. They hit MJF's music. And what do you know? We get one of the dopest mashups I've ever heard between two wrestlers. I remember they tried this with Orton and Edge, and I did not like it that much.
I just want to say for the record, since we have executive consultant backstage, you do say best ever just as much as I do for the way. Just for the record.
Best. It's not too many mashups that I can say that were super great. So it's a short list.
Just already in the show, I've heard greatest hip hop nobody ever heard of song, and then I heard greatest mashup ever. That's all I'm saying. So,
yeah, I'm talking about a sample tonight. I'm talking about a sample. I'm not going to tell you that something is a Superman of wrestlers like you do.
I don't put no one gets Superman level now. Stop it. Don't you try to Dave Meltzer me.
So we get Sammy Guevara and
fuck you, Dave.
Oh yeah. Fuck Dave Meltzer. Big eared bitch. Tell him the Dice said it.
Like Gomer Pyle.
I don't know.
Gomer Pyle.
Listen, Daniel Garcia with the little hip thrust. Listen, that was my
First of all, they should all be. I think even Tony Schiavone said, "They're just 4 white guys, right?" Because you at least could have gave him some Alex Wright. You know what I'm saying? Give him some Alex Wright or something. That was horrible. But you know what? It even isn't ring the bell. Like, I like the entertainment of it. Did they go a little bit long? Yes, it did. But these guys, to me, next to the Bloodline, I'm gonna say that they even with Dirty Dom doing Dirty Dom things, they have just surpassed the judgment for me to being the second best thing in wrestling right now. Because every time I see them, I'm anticipating what they're doing. I'm waiting to see what they're going to do next. And it's like, the shoe is going to be flipped sooner or later. It's going to be on the other foot soon. And you're just waiting for it to happen. But your thoughts on this match, though? Went on for a good 20 minutes.
The match itself was, it was a good 20 minutes. And you take away the dance break that was at least 5 to 7. It was a good 5 to 7. But the match itself, the spots, I thought everybody got a chance to shine, honestly. Especially Daniel Garcia. I've said that I think that he's definitely top 3 pure wrestler on AEW. A lot of people disagree with me, but the boy can go, and he's very young. Samuel Guevara, we know what he can do. High spot master. He can pretty much do whatever you need him to do. But MJF and Adam Cole's chemistry in the ring is getting really, really good. And MJF's his mannerisms in what he's doing, being convinced by Adam Cole that he can do something that's not, which is completely out of his character. The dive through the ropes, we've never seen MJF do a dive through the ropes, and he hit that thing perfectly.
And I marked out for it too.
The crowd was going crazy, and I thought it was great. They hyped up this double clothesline, and this shit was trash.
Well, hold on. Can we give some respect for once to the most notable thing in this whole entire Blood and Guts event? It was actually officially a sellout. They purposely showed all the different angles of the crowd to show that it was sold out in Boston. So shout out to Boston for coming out there and doing a good crowd reaction as well. Not just some, it's AEW. They're going to do normal, over to do a shit anyway. But at least they showed up tonight to overdo it. So good wrestling city is Boston. So shout out to Boston, even though I can still say, fuck you, Tom Brady. Only thing in Boston I care about is John Horatio Rock, Tom Brady, Cena. So
they the banter that they have before the match, during the match, after the match is all getting me very intriguing. And what you were talking about earlier with them being the second coming of Kevin Owens.
Listen, other than they're doing it better than they are right now. But I think it's because it's so fresh, not seeing these two together, and you're waiting for it to flip. With Kevin Owens and them, you kind of know they're friends, so it's going to stay for a while for whatever happens. You just know MJF is going to flip it somewhere, right? Or how they're going to do this. So they are definitely the second coming of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for sure. And I think they're doing a second best thing in wrestling right now to me.
This is definitely much better than the MJF Jericho friendship thing that they had. This is much better than that.
That's not true. I did like it, but it just it
had its moments. No, it didn't hit like this. It didn't hit like this at all. So I thought this was really good for the show. Definitely no complaints from me with this. After the match, we almost got a turn. We almost got something when Adam Cole tries to we saw you on YouTube, brother.
There's no Jungle Boy 1, no funeral. Oh yeah, he buried himself, right? That was him he was burying. Yeah.
Adam Cole tries to hand MJF the title, and MJF takes it as though like, what the f you doing? Like, so I thought that was they had a little tease moment right there, but then they hugged it out. But then what made that hug matter is the fact that what MJF did afterwards, the cold stare that he had for Adam Cole, and then
even Adam Cole gesturing title.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
But
they kept that there.
He's thinking it's talking about the world title. He's talking about the tag titles. But MJF is now getting to that point where it's like, again, I mentioned this last week. I can't remember the stipulation. If they win, then Adam Cole gets his match. He gets his title match versus MJF. But if they just make it, I don't know if they just make it or if they win is where he gets his title match.
He gets his title match either way at this point.
Yeah. Right. So and it's so but now at this
FTR
point,
definitely comes out though and challenges him that, and that's a good start because that's a Collision team. So when you see Collision wrestlers or Dynamite, it's crossing the barriers, hoping backstage no fights happen. But I just thought it was funny that FTR looks in the microphone and goes, Tony Khan, when they did the little pose down, right? Everybody did pose for him, Bobby, right? They did the little pose down. He looked in the camera and says, Tony, get it right. Play our music. We're the champs. He kind of has a point there. But Tony's like, I'm going to go with the most popular team, and it ain't y'all. It's them. So, tomato.
Yeah. All right, we're going to get into a quick commercial break. We are halfway through this thing. We got one more thing left.
Only
quick
one
night.
minute.
Quick night.
45 minutes. You know right there?
Exactly. A quick pumper. Y'all don't go nowhere. This is the AEW Dynamite Show. AEW Dynamite Review Show. We'll be right back.
Previously on the Mike Knox Show.
Cody makes everything look good. make shit look good. He makes Stardust look good. He made Dash and Cody Rhodes look good. He did it all. So you still didn't respect the guy until he left the company to go do something else. And then all of a sudden you're clamoring for Cody Rhodes.
Tell me what I'm telling you.
Because I'm not. But guys, what can this be? Like, just think about this for a moment. I can see any black group wrestlers together in this group. Bring in Trick Williams. I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because you're going to sit here and tell me Samoans. Somebody said, when have you, the Samoan family together because they're family. Well, guess what? What up, cousin? Cousin! I can tell you this right here, right now, as an older black man. I just hung out one of my coolest white boys ever, one of my coolest friends up here. We're walking around the resort, hanging out, partying, drinking, having a good old time. Black family sitting there barbecuing. I walk up there and say, cousin! And we all just start laughing, but my white friends.
Previously on the mic.
George says Eddie Kingston is currently on the best. Oh, please. Have you seen Eddie Kingston? He says Eddie Kingston is currently on the best run of his entire career. George, have you seen Eddie Kingston? This man ain't running anywhere. Please stop. I need to stop at this. I think it's time to go. This is ridiculous, Chris. This is wild. This has just turned into a wild show. And look at this. Look at this. We're gonna leave you with this comment right here. Kingston. Hold on. There's one more comment. George says, say that to his face at Hog High Intensity. Well, I'm not going to be there because one Hog show is good enough for me this year. I went to go see what's his face, and he disappointed me. But it doesn't surprise me that a guy like Eddie Kingston is going to be at a show that's called Hog. Thank you very much, everybody.
He said, what's his face?
Make sure you guys check out all of our shows on Unpopular Review. Like, share, subscribe. It does not cost you anything to support anybody. And if you want to come here, you want to plug something, we follow for follow. Come on, let's uplift. Come on now. We ain't asking for much. I'm not selling no platters. I'm not selling t-shirts, Girl Scout cookies, Joe Corby's. None. Just hit the like button.
We're not even selling little bracelets.
Subscribe. Not no bracelets, nothing. You know? Just hit that.
I'm not even giving you a flyer.
Hit that button so we can get paid. You don't gotta pay us. Facebook will pay us. YouTube will pay us. Twitch will pay us. You ain't gotta come out of your pocket, but you can send me some stars. You can send me some stars. You know. Moving on. The new Hurt business look like it's shaping out to be Nation of Day. Maybe. Let's not get to
We have no idea what this could be. In the words of Mark Zuckerberg and Social Network, we don't know what this is. It could be anything. We cannot bog it down with advertising right now. We don't have no idea what this could be. Let's just watch it. I'm telling you, it could be any and everything that I think black fans want it to be. For everybody who don't understand that, and for every black fan that says, why do black people got to be together? Why the fuck can't we be together in a clique like every other team can be? We had nothing. Everybody thought New Day was the next nation domination, and gratefully wrong. We were all wrong, and
they flipped it,
and it changed the game a little bit. But why not? And they don't have to be heels. You want a little Bianca in there? Just we don't know what's going on. Even when I'm saying I don't know shit, let's just sit back and let it marinate. You ever cook in the kitchen before? Y'all use microwaves and shit all the time, right? But if you're not a cook, you gotta let the shit mix.
Waft it a little bit. Waft it.
Damn, that's smell like good pussy. I'm sorry. Next,
and the main event, the Blackpool Combat Club featuring the Bastard Pac and the Golden Elite. Blood and guts. Now, I was very curious of how this was going to go. Seeing as though we saw the list of do's and don'ts and moves to do that the networks are banning and they are allowing. So I thought that I was very curious of how you're going to do blood and guts literally a week after the press comes out.
Yeah.
This is what
you cannot do.
Can and can't do. So they definitely, compared to the previous two blood and guts, I didn't think it matched the drama.
Going into it?
going into it, it didn't match the drama.
I'll give you that.
Parts of it.
It felt like it's just thrown together. It hasn't been thrown together. It haven't been like 3 weeks, but I don't think fans have loved this rivalry.
Well, I mean, Pac was just thrown in there, last week.
Well, I'm sorry, any of these people from overseas that nobody act like they know them all because they don't know them all, throw them in there too. So that's how I feel as well.
Yeah. A couple bright spots, a couple of interesting spots that I thought.
All I know is Saki.
Saki to me.
Who Saki to me?
Couple of spots in the match that I really want to go over, and probably the most notable was Jon Moxley entering the cage, and he immediately has a fork and a screwdriver.
I said, this man, though, I literally said when I was watching it, right? I said, well, I did first see him in CZW, and this is the shit he was doing.
he could never. You never say never, but I think he's having way too much fun, and I could not possibly see him going back to WWE with how much fun he has and bleeding.
I would say this is a family show, but we already crossed that barrier, right? So I gotta say this. My name is Mike Knox, right? You see how it's spelled. I bet you Renee likes pain porn sex, right? Because her husband loves dishing it out and caking it, right? Like I guarantee you, they got not just regular nipple clamps. They got like bite clamps or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I guarantee you, you ever watch? Yo, you ever watch Senseless with Marlon Wayans, right? And the bull from Screams and Air,
but he
the
was
keys. That's when I first found out what a Prince Albert was, right? Besides the wrestler. I bet you, man. I'm sorry. The way he wrestles, and I always think Daniel Bella's wife's going to call him back one day, right? No, maybe not, right? How long can he stay here? They don't care. They're making money, and he's doing what he likes. And it's like, damn, he's the next Kurt Angle in the sense of, we made you big, but you spent a lot of years over here doing other things. You know what I mean? But definitely the fork and the screwdriver was definitely one of the funniest things.
Then he brings out that bed of nails.
This cat.
Those definitely were 9-inch nails. They definitely were 9-inch nails, and he immediately went for Kenny Omega, and Kenny Omega was holding on that top rope for dear life. When he saw that bed, when he saw the bed of nails in the turnbuckle, he was like, oh God, please no.
You definitely saw spots in this match where people did not want to take the bump.
Oh.
You definitely saw towards the end, I know we're fast forwarding a little bit and we can go back, but when they had Uda by himself.
Oh, they tore my man up, yo. They tore Wheeler.
Yo, it was like, damn. And I wonder, everything's mapped out of how it's going to go, who finishes. Sometimes things get changed, right? Was it supposed to be him being the final guy? That's how he kind of looked like, shit, I'm the one over here now.
They were turning his body every which way. He caught the V trigger to the back.
Yeah.
The lariat to the front.
He caught the buckshot lariat knee at the same damn time.
And then he caught a super kick. They was literally turning him. It was like you could tell they was telling him to turn his body. He was like looking. He didn't know which person to look at next while he was sitting on his knees. He literally he was about to get a 100-guy cream pie.
I almost walked out. Almost did a walk out.
Where are you taking the shot next? But he didn't want no parts of of those Northern Light suplexes he was getting from Mac Jackson on top of the on top of the cage. And I do want to acknowledge the fact that I did like the setup for the cage they had this time, because I don't necessarily remember it last year being as sturdy on the outside as it was, and maybe I just didn't pay attention. But the fact that they actually had something to slam them in, because I remember last year They had Eddie Kingston on top of that thing, and that roof. Look at my roof. Look at my roof.
Craig.
That roof was sunk down. That roof was sunk down when Eddie Kingston, but they made it. You know, their business.
Eddie Kingston is pretty much his wrestling name should be Humpty Dumpty.
They made it their business not to get into the middle of that nice little spot.
Did we just have a clip about Eddie Kingston a second ago?
Northern Light suplexes. He teased going through the table like Sammy G did last year. Nobody went through the table, but the table spot that Pac did.
Talk about my guy, Aaron Neville Pac.
Man,
the coup de grace, the foot stump through the table. I didn't expect that.
That was pretty dope. That was a pretty dope spot. Then Pac looks at all of them and is like, "Fuck you, fuck you."
No, something happened there.
And the camera didn't catch it. The camera didn't catch it. The commentators tried to explain it, but they didn't even know. They barely knew. So that was a head scratching moment for me because the cameras did not catch that, and I was literally like, "Did I just miss something? Like, did I just blink and missed it?" But no, it was just literally
like at least they explained when Don Callis came and got old Bull, right? And, you know, he called him out. Yeah, they've lost this battle. We live to fight another day, kind of moment, right? Don't want to see that for that guy. He's not a chicken shit heel. From, you know, but I don't think no Japanese wrestlers chicken shit heel. I see they all come out here like they fucking the second coming. Oh, you're good, right? So every time you see one of them, you just worry they're gonna whip your ass in some form or fashion. But I think that took away the. I won't say it was a bad finish. Like I think that's unfair. I was disappointed by the finish, and because I get it was story. Like tonight was. What I've as a primary big company guy, you know, watching tonight and having my problems with AEW is they don't do enough storylines. They had a lot tonight, and so I don't want to knock them for that when they actually gave me what I wanted. But I just thought in a match like this, and it's going to be any kind of a high profile match, you can insert the big company I just mentioned if you want to or not. If a match ends on this kind of a ass whooping where people are just walking away, can you imagine War Games, people just walking away from War Games or Survivor Series when that has happened? I think like Miz just walked away one time. That happening, you know what I mean? Like that didn't sit well with me for the finish. It's incredible of a car wreck that I saw. I can't say I saw a great wrestling match tonight, right? We saw a bunch of dudes getting really beat the fuck up, okay, and bleeding and all that other nonsense just because they're nonsensical to do nonsensical things.
After we see Pac walk away, Kenny Omega just goes off. Right before Kenny Omega just goes off. He gives V triggers and dragon. You get a dragon. You get a dragon. You get a V trigger. That boy was Super Saiyan. But I mean, compared to other Blood and Guts, this was pretty good. I don't think, again, as I said before, I didn't think it was better than the one last year, only because emotionally it was so many pieces to the puzzle that everybody had.
I think the in-ring was certain.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I like the action that took place in the ring.
I agree with that 100%. So I mean, overall, Blood and Guts, it didn't disappoint. It was still entertaining night for AEW. Usually when they do these special themed dynamites, they are definitely it's a crapshoot. You don't know what you're about to get. Like
about the chocolates.
Listen, it's all the time we get. Oh, yeah, we got winners coming. I'm like, what? It's like August. Like, shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I don't know.
So, I got lottery in 15 minutes, so hopefully this won't be the last. This will be the last time y'all see me on YouTube without having this many people watching.
But overall, great night of wrestling. If you're an AEW fan, I'm pretty sure they ate this up. I have not checked Twitter yet because you know how that goes. They will hype this up as the greatest, and it was okay. It was enjoyable.
I thought tonight was a very good night. I thought the night was enjoyable. I think nights like this where I enjoy it, I think AEW fans probably won't. But AEW fans will never tell you they didn't have a good show.
Ever.
They will never tell you that.
I'm pretty sure tomorrow when I listen to Bust It Open, somebody is going to be like, "Oh, it was great." I was like,
straight Cartman.
Great. Okay. It was good. As a wrestling fan, it was good. So, as we are about to,
there was no Lowe's and Clark tonight, or Jermaine and Lowe's tonight, so it was okay.
As we're about to sign off tomorrow, what do we have for top five?
Top five is top five main events at SummerSlam. That is tomorrow night as well. On the entertainment side, we're finishing up our Simp month. Make sure you go to our YouTube Unpop Review Entertainment page if you like movies and TV shows and things of that nature, which you should, right? Go check those out. We just did the Hunger Games. We're in our Hunger Games series right now. First time I ever watched that movie.
I've never watched Hunger Games.
I never wanted to watch that movie. It's pretty fucking good. I literally got finished watching the first one and wanted to go right into the second one. I really did. So really good TV to me. So check those out, but check out the wrestling shows tomorrow. To Marcus said, top five SummerSlam match. Check out all the other top five Edge matches, top five Shawn Michaels matches, top five factions, top five guys of the 2002s, which I think everybody picked Brock Lesnar has to be. I'd have picked Brock Lesnar 1, and I'd have definitely picked RVD 2. So
yeah, I messed that up.
I guess you was fading the black.
No, I messed that one up. There we go. Top five SummerSlam main events.
Tony Soprano me.
Oh man. What else do we have? That's top five entertainment for tomorrow. Friday, we don't have a show. Saturday, anything? Nope. And then it's back to Monday, the Mike Knox show. 6 p.m.
Yeah, I try.
As we're about to signing off for Mr.
Follow on my TikTok page, y'all. Follow me on my TikTok. Real Mike Knox.
We're Googleable. Just Google. We're Googleable. Literally, we are Googleable.
I do have page.
Mike Knox.
The rapper will come up first.
Now, if you want to put 3 X's.
If you put 3 X's, it says, are you looking for this one or 3? You go 3. It'd be all me.
Signing off for Mike Knox. I am the Zia Silent. And in the words of the great Shannon Sharp, I like fried chicken. I like chocolate too. But if I got the fried chicken, what the fuck I need the chocolate for? And if somebody tell you they don't like you, tell them you don't give a good dog damn, and the almighty Dice Man told you to. And always love, live hard, love often, and drink, be merry, and reach for the sky, boy.